teacher with the International Center for Reiki Training. And as you probably know, the purpose for the International Center for Reiki Training is to establish and maintain standards for teaching Reiki, as well as train Reiki practitioners and teachers, and especially to support our ever-growing Reiki community. And today I am honored to have my Reiki teacher here with us, Karen Harrison. She is not only a senior licensed Reiki master teacher, but she's also the co-director of the licensed teacher program. So she is near and dear to my heart. And she is a mentor to all of us. And I have to say, I'm super excited to have her here, because when William Rand came to all of us last month and said that he had gotten guidance to take Reiki online because the world needs more Reiki and needs people to teach, and most of us were terrified, I have to say, but not my fearless leader, Karen Harrison. She has single-handedly taught more online classes in the last month than any of us, including William, right? Yeah, I mean, she just dove in headfirst, and whatever challenges she faced, she was able to handle it. Reiki by her side, she has done an amazing job. So we've asked her to come on and share with us, well, first of all, Karen, how many classes have you taught? Exactly what have you taught?
Well, just first of all, thank you for having me today. It's exciting. I love to talk about Reiki, so thank you for that. And I'm also very excited that, Karen Cake was one of my star students, and she said yes to being in the licensed teacher program. So I'm grateful for that and grateful for you. And now you're a Reiki star. Look at this.
Well,
so we do have room in our licensed teacher program too for a couple more applicants. So you can contact. Yeah, you can contact me at KarenandKarenHarrison.net about the program. So, all right, what have I taught? Well, the first class I taught was Reiki Master, and that was super easy to teach online. It's almost exactly the same online as in person. It went very easy. Then I taught Reiki 1 and 2 twice, learned some things. The second Reiki 1 and 2 is even better. Then I taught how to teach Reiki online. And then I taught Holy Fire Karuna. And then I have another How to Teach Reiki Online class May 23rd. And I have another Reiki 1 and 2 coming up in May 16th. And a Reiki Master class the end of this month, all online. So, yeah, it's fun. I'm loving it.
Well, a lot of us, and I did teach a Reiki 1 and 2, and I've taught Reiki Master as well, but I am eager to hear what you have learned. First of all, what do you think the benefits are? I think that there are some benefits to teaching these online, benefits for the students, that is, especially.
Yes.
Did you find any benefit in your class?
Well, absolutely. It makes it easier and more affordable for the students. I'd had one student that had been trying to get to my class for over 2 years, and she had not been able to get to it in my Oklahoma City class because it still was going to require some travel for her and some time away from work. And finally, she was able to travel. Another student took my online Reiki class from Dallas, and she lived in a part of Texas where it saved her 6 hours driving each way. And so students are saying, well, this is more convenient. It's more affordable. I don't have to travel. I don't have to get a hotel. And I can stay home with my pets. So the pets are coming to Reiki class and loving Reiki, so that's pretty fun too,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
be able to have the pets there and they get the Reiki energy.
Mm-hmm. That's true. And I think maybe, especially like the second day of Reiki 1 and 2, they seem more well rested because, it can really, adjusting to the energy, and at least they get to sleep in their own beds and they didn't have to travel to and from a place. And so, yeah, that's great. Well, did you find any challenges? This is, I think, what many teachers want to know. So exactly what sort of challenges did you encounter that you weren't expecting, or did everything go great?
Well, gosh, well, yeah, I can talk about that, but there's still more benefits I haven't gotten.
Sorry.
How about, when you're teaching during a pandemic, you don't have to worry about, getting sick or your students getting sick or, any of that stuff. So that is a huge benefit. And yeah, comfort to practice in your own space, and be at home and have your own food. That's another nice benefit. And for me as a teacher, I've been traveling for 17 years, all over the Midwest. And while I love it, I was starting to feel like I think I need to be home a little bit more. I started feeling that a few months ago, and voila, the universe provided in a big way, you know. So I find that not only am I able to teach more classes, I'm also able to do more Reiki sessions, because all that time that I would spend traveling and flying to Dallas and driving 6 hours each way to Oklahoma City, all those places.
St. Louis.
Now
I took a class with you in St. Louis. Yeah, that's a good drive too.
Yeah. Plus it saves me money, and it saves the students money too. So those are some other nice benefits.
And it saves the planet. Fewer gas fumes and pollution, driving cars and flying airplanes. Yeah.
Yes, that's true. So challenges. Okay, well, really the only challenge is a little bit about the technology. And, we've been using the Zoom platform. It's really worked out very well. I haven't had any major challenges with the Zoom platform other than trying to figure out how to play my music over it. And after some trial and error, I finally found something that works pretty well. A few of the students have had trouble connecting to Zoom. And originally, I had thought that students wouldn't have a very good experience if they connected over their smartphone, because I do a PowerPoint and I show slides. But I've had 3 students do the entire class over their smartphone, including a lovely, 75-year-old woman. And it worked great. They said that they could still see the slides. So, that makes it super easy for anybody. All you do is download a Zoom app, and that bypasses some of the technology challenges that they have trying to connect over their computer and make sure that their camera and audio works.
So if somebody's feeling some trepidation about the technology, your advice would be just jump on and try it, because it's not as hard as you may think it is.
That's right. And one of the things that I'm doing is I'm asking my students, if you haven't been on Zoom before, we're going to schedule a practice session before we start, like maybe a day or two before, and see, what problems we might need to solve. So how did you troubleshoot playing your music?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hi, Willow.
Yes. We can post that in the ICRT Facebook page, because there's some instructions that Chris Valentine came up with that worked well. So it really isn't very hard, and you can try that. And then also,
can anyone be in that Facebook group, or is it just people who have taken the How to Teach Reiki Online that get to be in the Facebook group?
Oh, well, I was talking about just posting it on the ICRT, Facebook.
Oh, on our page.
Yeah. Page.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll post that. We'll post that. Maybe in the comments. I'm able to copy and paste all of that into the comments below this to keep it together. Yeah.
And Kathy in my class, just put her speaker right next to her microphone, and that worked well too, without, some of the.
I found it. Okay, if I wear these headphones, and when you share the screen on Zoom, if you click share the computer sound too, I can plug in the headphones and talk to do, say, like the Empowered in the River of Life experience. I can talk, and the music. Julie True's music, she actually has her own YouTube channel, and you can stream her music that way too. So I would just experiment. Get somebody to be on your Zoom with you and just experiment and see, like, can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yeah. So, well, hey, I'd love to share one of the comments from one of my students because I've been asking them, what they thought about it, because that's really what matters, is
Yes.
what the students think. All right.
Yes, please share as much of that as you can.
Yeah, so here's one of the comments from one of my students. I have to say, for anyone who is skeptical about the effectiveness for online Reiki class, I had my doubts before my class too. My experience has assured me of the effectiveness of a virtual Reiki class. After all, a part of Reiki Level 2 was distant healing, so it makes sense that the power of Reiki is not confined to an in-person class. The class was fun, informative, and engaging. Thanks again for the great experience and the skills taught. So that's by Ches. And I've had, several other comments about this. Another person said, all the things that I've already gone over about able to attend class and meet people from different parts of the country. Our wonderful Colleen Benelli recently had students in her class from India and, I think maybe New Zealand or Asia, as well as all over the US. So that is super exciting, to be able to reach people all over the world. And in my next class, I have people from the East Coast as well as the Midwest. And so we all get to meet each other. During the pandemic, we really have had this greater feeling of we are all in this together. And I think online Reiki really contributes to that sense of, yes, we are all connected together also through this. So even after the pandemic, I still plan to teach some online Reiki class in addition to some in-person classes.
Great, me too. Well, Karen, thank you so much for sharing. I'm looking to see, hi, double Karen. Yeah, we're double Karens. If you catch this on the replay and you have any questions that you would like us to address, especially since Karen has taught so many different classes, even I haven't taught Karuna yet online, but she is just a great resource. She's truly a great teacher. I'm saying this from experience because she always has her students' best interest at heart, and she shares. She has an open, generous heart. And so if you have any questions or any doubts, anything that you want to post in the comments, please do, and we'll come back and we will answer your questions there. And thank you again, Karen, for being with us.
Well, thank you. Can I just add one last thing?
Oh, yeah, please.
Yeah, so I asked some of our licensed teachers what they thought about teaching online, and they are amazed at how well it is working and saying it's very much similar to an in-person class, and the energy is working great. And this new Holy Fire upgraded energy is really supporting us with the technology, and the students are connecting, and they're very pleased with the class. So that's exciting because otherwise, many people would be waiting to take Reiki, and the world needs Reiki now.
Yes. That makes me want to say, like, what the world needs now is Reiki, Reiki. No.
You're right.
It's true. Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing. And is there anything else that we were going to cover? I forgot. I think.
No.
That's great. Well, thank you for sharing. And we will see you guys next time. Thanks.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.